The Nairobi court has declined to stop Azimio protests following a petition filed by a businessman. Martin Gitau filed the petition arguing that the opposition was abusing the constitution in staging what he termed as destructive protests. And as Ayub Abdikadir reports, the case will now come up for mention on the 21st of September.
Businessman Martin Gitau's bid to stop 3 days of opposition protests planned for this week suffered an initial setback after the High Court declined to grant the orders. Duty Judge Lawrence Mugambi instead directed the petitioner serve the respondents within the next 3 days, and the respondents filed their responses within 10 days of service. The High Court will mention the matter and give further directions on the 21st of September. In the petition, Gitau, through his lawyer Adrian Kamodo, listed Azimio leader Raila Odinga, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, the Orange Democratic Movement Party and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party as the respondents, saying that unless this honorable court intervenes, the applicant/petitioner is apprehensive that the respondents herein shall proceed in their unlawful cause and violent protests to the detriment of the majority of law-abiding citizens who deserve to carry on with their daily activities without disruptions. He accused the opposition of failing to issue notification to the authorities for last week's protests, saying that their failure to notify police denied the authorities the requisite information to plan for the security of the demonstrators. He said that on the 11th of July 2023, the first interested party herein issued a press statement notifying that the purported demonstrations of the 12th of July 2023 were illegal, principally because the planners had failed to notify the National Police Service of their intention to carry out their demonstrations, a prerequisite to enable police provide adequate security to demonstrators and the public. And while pointing out freedom to assemble and picket as enshrined in the Constitution, the petitioner accused the opposition of abusing the constitutional provision, saying they had, quote, resorted to rioting, hooliganism, vandalism, primitive destruction and mindless conduct that inherently incompatible with the overall enjoyment of fundamental rights and freedom, end of quote. In the petition filed on Monday morning, Gitau adds that previous opposition-led protests caused deaths, property destruction, and if this week's protests are not stopped, the country risks plunging into chaos. His petition comes amid tough stands between the government on one side and the opposition on the other, amid calls from different stakeholders for the country's top leadership to dialogue. President William Ruto has vowed he will not allow more demonstrations in the country, blaming his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga for orchestrating the chaos. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.